Okay, so boom! The scene kicks off with Sasuke perched on this tree basking in the moonlight. He's really just sitting there, pondering on the speech Kakashi gave him earlier. He basically told him to forget about revenge because it never ends well. But mid-ponder, the Sound 4 pulls up on him to disturb the peace. Their main goal right now is just to test his strength because Orochimaru's been hyping him up. He's the #1 draft prospect right now, a generational talent. But the Sound 4 is not buying into the hype. They got this man cornered from all 4 angles. So you think Sasuke would be at least a little shook, but this boy is standing 10 toes down with zero fear, asking them who they are. And that's when they go around the circle one by one to introduce themselves. Now I don't know if I'm just a judgmental person, but each one of their introductions left me with something to say. First, we got Kidomaru over here with this overly menacing smile, and not menacing like, ooh, I know he gets down to business. Menacing as in, he looks like he bites people for fun. Next up, we got Sakon, who had me all types of confused. Judging off the hair and lipstick, I was expecting a much higher pitched womanly voice, but this nigga opens his mouth talking about some,
and I'm Sakon of the West Gate.
What the heck? Yeah, his pronouns are definitely in question. Then we got Jirobo over here who damn near left me speechless. Cut so ugly it sent me into roast overdrive. My CPU overheated. But he got the Vegeta special ×10. My man looked at his barber and just said, yeah, just fuck me up. That man needs to book his flight to Turkey today. Matter of fact, to everyone who doesn't like and subscribe, this is what your hairline is gonna look like. Is this what you want for your life? The ball is in your court. And finally, we got Tayuya from the North Gate. I don't really got much to say about her. She pretty chill. After their brief introductions, the 4 of them quickly scatter, hoping to catch Sasuke off guard with a surprise attack. So Spider Boy quickly pops out and charges at Sasuke with a nasty left jab, but Sasuke blocks it. Sakon then tries to catch him off guard from behind, but Sasuke uses Spider Boy's shoulder as a launch pad and kicks the bass out of Sakon's voice. Jirobo proceeds to test his luck by charging in with a right hook of his own, but that boy Sasuke blocks the blow, grabs his arm, hooks his other arm around Kidomaru's waist tie, then sends them both flying. Oh nah, this man is on one. Okay, Sasuke been in the gym. Do you know how strong you gotta be to throw that elephant in the air like that? Peep the grunt he made while throwing it. That grunt came from the depths of his stomach. I just know he almost tore every tendon in his body with that throw. Their bodies come crashing down on the tree, and surprisingly enough, the tree is still standing. But to Sasuke's disappointment, the debris clears and he sees that it's just a bunch of logs. It turns out they hit him with that substitution jutsu, and now the entire Sound 4 is posted up behind him. Sasuke then looks over his shoulder, giving them this wicked cut eye, trying to look cool. He talking about something.
Before we go another round, I should warn you. You might want to think about it. I'm in a really bad mood.
Boy, stop it. You not slick. You're now realizing this fight is gonna continue longer than you thought, and you're not really down for it. And for good reason too. You out here fighting these niggas bare feet, foot to wood. I know you're getting cut up right now. That boy got splinters on splinters on splinters. But you know what, I can't lie, I've hit this same cop-out bar once or twice. Especially if I'm fresh off a 6-game Warzone losing streak. I'm not really trying to go another round for real. Sasuke then fully turns around to gauge how fully intimidated they are. But that man Sasuke must not have the intimidation badge because that junk did not work at all. In fact, Jeffree Star tries to hit Sasuke with an intimidation line of his own.
Come on, kid.
I'm waiting. I want to play
Do-Re-Mi on those ribs of yours till they crack!
Now, I might be biased already, but this doesn't sound a little bit suspicious. Why do you want to play on another man's ribs? Not your caught, buddy. Sakon then makes the first move by charging at Sasuke, ready to put his heel on his dome. But Sasuke catches the kick and wraps his string around his leg to restrict his movements. So Sasuke uses this as an opportunity to hit him with a barrage of attacks, starting off with this kick to the head, then this punch to the face. But unfortunately for him, they both get caught and blocked. So to counter, Sasuke launches his left fist directly at his nose. But right before his punch could connect, Jeffree says,
Let's have a little music, shall we?
Go!
Then all of a sudden, Casper the Ghost starts blowing this man's back out. Sasuke then goes crashing into a tree with great force, but before he could even figure out how Sakon hit him, Spider Boy comes crashing in out of nowhere and shoots a long web at Sasuke, which he manages to block and break off. But it just so happened that Jirobo was already in the direction he jumped in, so not even a millisecond after breaking off the web, Jirobo shoulder checks him in his back, sending him right back to Sakon. So Sakon reaches out to stiff arm Sasuke in his chest, but Sasuke dodges it and hits him with that same lethal kick to the chin he hit Naruto with at the hospital. Sakon gets launched in in the air and we quickly see Sasuke teleport right behind him. Now at first glance, it low-key looks like he's about to take a page out of Rock Lee's book and hit him with that primary lotus. But instead, Sasuke gets in front of him, raises his foot, and drops that junk right on his stomach. But Sasuke doesn't stop there. After that kick, he just starts going ham on his stomach, just straight drilling. And punches at some real wrath to it. He finally gives him one last punch, and this punch sends him crashing through a roof. Now this move was nice and all, but my thing is, like, it's 12 a.m. right now. The whole village is silent, and you're telling me no one's seen or heard this man cave that whole roof in? You see, this is why it's hard to root for the Leaf sometimes. They be letting too much stuff slide. You're telling me it's just this easy to infiltrate the village? You don't got any shinobis on night shift? Somebody go clock in! As all the dust clears, I'm expecting to see Sakon's limp body contorted into a shape I've never seen before. After those lethal punches, he's gotta be finished. But instead, we see the exact opposite. This man Sakon is holding Sasuke upside down by one leg like a piñata. And to make things even worse for Sasuke, while all that blood's rushing to his head, Sakon starts talking that smack, talking about some, what does Lord Orochimaru even want with this kid? Kimimaro would have been a much better fit. Now both of these roasts were fair game, but he crossed the line when he said,
You spend all of your life in a dump of a village like this place and you'll turn out mediocre at best.
Fact check nigga, try again. The Leaf got some heavy hitters, what are you talking about? You must not heard of Minato, you must not heard of Jiraiya, you must not heard of Tenten. It's like, no, she is a walking storage unit, she is cheap. Now at this point, they all start cooking him while simultaneously convincing him to join them. Now Sasuke wasn't really taking them serious, but it wasn't until Tayuya mentioned Orochimaru that Sasuke really started to listen. Eventually, Sakon gets tired of Sasuke's unwillingness to speak, so he asks him one last time if he's coming or not, then throws him at the wall. Throwing Sasuke at the wall was his tipping point. He's tired of the disrespect now. So in a fit of rage, his curse mark begins to take over along with his sharingan. And now we know he's ready to get serious. Curse mark and sharingan out? Yeah, they're about to get cooked. All four of y'all better say a quick prayer because all of y'all are
Come on, man.
This boy got sat down with one strike, but he really thought he was gonna do something. All of Orochimaru's toys got that same curse mark. You're not special. After making him take a seat, they leave him with a couple parting words, and this was definitely the nail in the coffin. In short, Tayuya basically tells him to remember his purpose and reminds him of why he really wants power in the first place. Itachi Uchiha. And I promise you, once that name rolled off her tongue, I was prepared to bet my life savings that this boy was gonna pack up and leave as soon as possible. And as we all know, that's exactly what he did. Overall, a very overlooked encounter. I low-key even forgot this fight existed. Sasuke was really holding his own for a little in a 1v4 while fighting barefoot, so I gotta give him some credit. And even though the Sound 4 were victorious in the end, he definitely showed that he has that dog in him.
I don't really wanna know. Shorty telling me her name. I don't really wanna know. Had to wake up, go to work. I ain't really wanna go. God be with me on my side. He be with me on the low.